I don't
Well, then let's
understand.
go meet him, or why don't you set the meet?
Hmm? Let's go to the bar.
Have you met Yogi Doc?
Yeah.
All right.
I take them to the bar.
Do you remember the name of the bar you'd like to go to of the over 1,000 different bars, nightclubs, and hotspots in the city?
Can I do a memory roll?
Yes.
Um, no.
It says missing footage, sponsored by Captain Morgan Spiced Rum.
Yeah.
Can I make a memory roll, Logan?
Yes.
Yogi.
Never to be seen again.
All
So-
you can remember is Yana really, really drunk, throwing up in a potted plant, holding a bottle of Captain Morgan Spiced Rum. Now you're beginning to wonder, in this time period, do they have the ability to stick commercials into people's fucking brains without them knowing? You would not mind some Captain Morgan Spiced Rum right now, actually.
All right. Since neither of you can recall this Yogi, and assumably you don't have his phone number,
Do we?
Do I have my cell phone on me, Logan?
No.
Mm.
You could sure go for some Captain Morgan Spiced Rum, though. You may not even like spiced rum, but maybe this time it'll be different when you take that cold sip of that brown, heavenly liquid. See it tumbling down your throat in slow motion. Feel the increased self worth and happiness that it affords you. You're looking at both of your companions, McKay. They are looking quite insane right now, too. You're like a little concerned as they both sit there going, and you can see the woman with no name's drinking hand twitching uncontrolled on the table occasionally. You're not sure what's up with that, but it seems to be like looking for a glass or something.
all right, we will go to the Good Eats restaurant.
Oh, good idea.
I'll meet you there. We're taking cabs to get around, I assume?
Yeah, I'm
Sure,
not even
but-
worried about the cab fare because McKay's got enough money at the end of this. I'll just ask him for like a few hundred and he'll just be happy to pay it and not care. So, right. Do you want to give him some money so he's got money to go around on his own
If you
tab and
were,
shit?
if you're going to go off and do something or whatever.
I just got to pick something up. Nothing
How much
big.
money do you need?
Whatever you think is good.
Well, depends on if you've got to pay for whatever you're picking up.
No. Do you guys need anything?
Not at the moment. Well, until we know what we're going to be doing going forward. Don't really need anything too much.
Okay.
How much money would you like to give him so that whatever he needs to do will cost just a couple credits more than that? He'll have to prostitute himself out, Pete.
Here's 5 credits. No. No. All right. Here's $1,000 to begin with, and then.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. No problem. I know he's going to pick up something. Chris, give me a luck roll to see if your something is still there, wherever the fuck it is and whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Probably been cleaned while you've been gone. So
Negative
anyway.
60. No, I got it by negative 60.
Yeah, no, been cleaned because you made it so well. So
Oh, okay.
No dust on it. Pretty. Right.
I thought you meant like it's been cleaned and gone.
No, not yet. Right.
Nice
Meanwhile,
and polished and spick.
everybody eventually meets back. It's one of your weapon caches or something for Doc Felton.
Uh-huh.
It shows Doc Fulton like looking at some old treasure map, and he goes for the sign of the crossed putters, and he's like, "Oh yes, crossed putters mark the spot." Yeah. Anyway, eventually, you guys all meet up at the diner again.
I have sunglasses on now too.
Oh, was it in the super secret place that you went to get your shit, Chris?
No.
Okay, it was just a green box type of thing, some sort of used store or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Mark off more money if you want them to keep it longer, or keep the box open longer, or you can run a new box. Doesn't matter to me. So
I have enough money to keep it open like for a very long time, so I'm not worried about that.
Great. You eventually all meet up at Good Eats restaurant. And the waitress looks at you as though you guys just went to the cops and said, "We have somebody we'd like to sell out." Okay, go back to him now. And now here you are. She gives you that look.
We love you.
Give me a seduction roll, Yana. Yeah, that should be fun. You've been wanting to try this polyamory thing you've been hearing about.
I made it.
She looks a bit like, she stands there and blinks, and you guys, somebody else shows you into Theo's room, and he goes, "To what do I owe this pleasure of another meeting 2 in 1 day, and what did you do to the server?" He looks only at the woman with no name.
You talk. This is my colleague Joshua, and he will explain everything.
We've already met.
His name is not Joshua. His name is John.
That's
Or
right.
something.
Now look, when I say, "What is his name?" and step on your foot, you say, "His name is John." Let's try it. "Hello, what is his name?" He begins stepping on your foot.
No.
She is not good at that. She is not good for you, he tells them.
I'm great for him. I throw food at him. Yeah.
Right. He calls in, and he has somebody bring food to Doc Fulton when he arrives, because he's sick of hearing his belly grumble. So, how may I help you?
You mentioned a gentleman by the name of Yogi earlier on. Just wondering if I could get contact details, please.
They have contact details.
I forgot the name of the bar.
Which bar?
The bar.
The Boneyard?
That, yes, probably. That
You
sounds...
came back here to bother me, to get me to remind you of the...
Yes, I know we are terrible. Now, please, let us...
He looks at the former Joshua McCain and goes, "Please give me $1,000 so I am not angry at this intrusion."
Here you go.
Thank you.
Isn't it also called that in the other place?
Yes, that's where the goblins hang out in the Beast King place.
The guy raises his eyebrows and looks at you. "I don't think I want to be here for this. Since it is my office, that means you must go."
Yes.
Goodbye.
I apologize for intruding again upon you.
He just smacks his lips and looks at you.
We will be back soon. Bye.
As you're heading out, the waitress gives you a business card with the information X'd out and her phone number written in on it.
Thank you.
She's not extremely attractive or anything. She's in her 40s or whatever, but she's a little bit curious now.
Hey, you're the one who did the pickup.
Well, I wanted to just like get rid of her, not to...
She smiles at you in a way that makes you think that you can never come back here. So you guys head over to
the Boneyard.
No problem. Here it seems to have been designed by that guy who did the Alien movies and stuff. I can't believe that they forgot the fucking name of
H.R. Geiger.
That's him.
Geiger, yeah.
Yeah, with all that kind of shit in here. Stores, warehouse. Chris's old apartment. That was the funniest shit ever when Chris first came here. He didn't look at which apartment he was in and was never able to find it again. Awesome.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah. No, that was
Things and
just
stuff.
that was just fucking great times there. It's like, shit. Which apartment was it? Fuck. They all look the same. So I cannot find the pictures of it. Anyway, you guys go there, and the bartender apparently knows the woman with no name because he says something like, "Oh shit, not you again."
Oh, we didn't see each other in such a long time. How it go? How are you?
Do you want the device and alcohol?
Yes.
He asks for 200 so that you can take care of your last bar tab, and another
Joshua.
200, and another
Yes.
200 so he can have paid for what is coming.
He wants money from you.
Yes. What? He wants money
400,
from you.
please, he
actually.
says. Yes, I don't care where the money comes from, actually, he says, just to be clear on that.
400?
400, 200 from last time you didn't pay your bill, and there are 200 from this time where you will probably not be paying your bill
Yeah.
again.
So, Joshua,
Yes.
could you give the man 400, please?
In return, I will give you each a drink and the device, he says.
All right.
Hooray.
He looks really happy that he seems to have you over a barrel here.
No, he doesn't have me over a barrel at all.
He doesn't know that. He thinks he does. He is now happy. Right, you give him the 400?
Mm-hmm.
He pulls
Yes.
out something that looks like a unholy cross between a 1980s car phone, a very small satellite receiver, and some sort of weird science gadget. It's approximately the size of, like you can fit it in a small backpack type of deal, but it looks a bit fragile for that. He apparently was keeping it like a locker below the bar. He had to unlock it and open it up. And he hands it to you, and it's got like a phone type thing, but not like a receiver, but like a little speaker. And give me an electronics roll to know what some of this other shit does.
Electronics.
I'll support his electronics. I got it.
Okay.
90. I'm rolling crap today.
Did you miss by 5 or less?
No.
I was going to say, because Doc was like, uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I'm not that good at electronics.
You guys want to try the other way around?
Okay, I'll try my electronics.
By the way, Yana, what would you like to drink here?
Where is
I
my
take
electronics?
whiskey
There it is.
because I miss Alex.
Aw,
Yeah.
no problem. By the way, you might want to consider putting some lights on where you're at, Yana, as you're
Yep.
fading into darkness here. The whiskey bottle is right next to a bottle of refreshing Captain Morgan spiced rum.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to mention that. So, right, no problem. She's getting loaded. You guys have a device. You're not sure on what to do. The only
I
person
got
who
it by -60.
Oh,
Beautiful.
oh, I thought you were rolling to support him. Oh, wait, no,
No, we
new
flipped
roll.
it around.
Good
Yeah.
idea. All right. There's like a kind of a white noise generator so that you guys can listen to the device talk to you through a speaker without people more than a couple meters away probably being able to hear it and shit. And yeah, it looks like you don't really dial a number so much as open the line of communication.
Okay, I tell them how to use it. So
Push
everyone
this
knows
button
now.
here. This one.
Mhm.
It's made to be idiot-proof. The button says on, but
We
you
will-
know what it actually does. They don't.
We-
They're
we
lucky
will-
to find the button labeled on.
We will find. So, is this how you talk to Yogi?
Yep.
So you've used this before.
Yes.
Okay.
He looks at you levelly for a while as you're drinking.
We will find a booth.
Right. Yana, would you like to take them to your usual booth?
Yes.
Right. She kicks a couple of low lifes out of the usual booth and stuff. They give me an intimidate roll, Yana, to get them to move along.
Oh no.
So you're sharing the table now with these other low lives.
Why don't we get why don't we get another booth where we're not sharing it?
Yeah,
So we-
probably.
All right. You guys eventually find a different booth because she couldn't get her scary face going. She has her drinky face going. So you guys are sitting at your own table now.
And we push the button.
No problem. It shows like some overweight, acne, pimpled, scarred dude like sleeping and shit, and all of a sudden the thing near him go. Reep, reep. He's like, what the fuck? Oh, well. Eventually, you hear a very altered voice. You can't tell if it's male, female. Maybe it's both at once. Maybe it's just electronic. Say, who is this?
Hey,
John
Oh God,
Adams.
it's her again.
did you miss me?
Oh Jesus.
I missed you.
What do you want? He says.
Same as last time.
Look, I don't know what you'd heard, but those kind of clothes are not made for general wear and tear.
What?
That old bat was a lot stronger than she looked.
Oh. Anyway.
Hmm? What?
Yogi, I don't really enjoy your company, but you are
Really? I am surprised. As I last remember, you told me you hated me and you threatened to kill me, and I explained that's why I use this device to talk to you.
Why did you want to kill him?
I don't remember. Probably he said something stupid, as he
Because she
usually
is a
does.
drunken, murderous lush.
So why did you want to kill him?
I really don't remember. I just remember he's unpleasant.
You hear from
He's
the
been-
boss.
He's been fine so far.
So Yogi,
Yeah,
we're looking for information.
you're always looking for information.
Yeah.
Do you want to establish some credit, or
Do
do
you
want
know
to...
do you know an information broker by chance?
He is an information broker.
I know I was being sarcastic. I mean, Doc asks something and Yogi acts as if, "Ooh, why would somebody come to me for information?"
Yeah.
Because we usually don't have much money, is why.
Yeah. So as I was saying, would you like to, is this going to be a cash deal, or would you like to do
How
a
much?
favor to get the info? I don't know what it is you want to know. Do you want to
Then
know?
how can we say if it's going to be cash or favor if
Well,
we don't know
because
how
if
much?
if it's favor, then I'll let you know. Sure. What is it you want to know? Impress me.
We need more information about replicants.
I told you. I even sent out a replicant expert you guys fucking tortured and killed.
No, we didn't do anything like that.
That's what you said last time too. Where is he now?
I
He's
don't
gone.
know.
That's right. Nobody does because his body was never recovered.
We need a new one, okay?
Oh no, I'm not sending you anybody. If you want to have questions, I'm happy to try to answer them.
How do you turn off a replicant? As in not permanently. I mean, put him into a standby mode.
Okay. Have you tried listening to Replicant Rights? That guy seems to know more than anybody, and he's the only one that's talking about replicants who isn't with AS.
Hmm.
Uh,
I heard that. That was the Drunken Lush, wasn't it? That
Nope.
was her.
No.
No.
Not no.
Weird.
Did you have any specific questions, Doc?
Who are the foremost like who's the best like the experts that we can get in touch with about replicants and how we may extend the life of a replicant?
AS is the foremost experts and stuff. They're located somewhere near Saturn. Last I'd heard, I'll give you that for free if you promise to. Actually, first I'll get the promise, then I'll give you that. Yeah, we're going to do it that way. Yeah.
So there's not a lot of public research on how to extend the life of your replicant.
Not on this planet, no. No, you need to talk to somebody from AS, but they're not going to tell you shit because replicants are an off-world thing. You know they're not allowed on this planet.
Mm-hmm. So we'd have to like go to Saturn for that kind of thing.
Yeah. If you want to talk to Artificial Solutions, Saturn is the place.
So, while replicants aren't allowed on this planet, presumably there are replicants on this planet.
They get killed pretty much when they get here, unless they're, yeah.
Like the low-tech ones are allowed here, aren't they?
You're talking robots versus replicants, whole different ballgame.
Gotcha.
Remember what the Orange Catholic Bible says.
So, there's not like a replicant underground or anything going on planet?
If there is, then that's not something they're going to tell fucking meat sacks.
But how would they find out how would they get in contact with it unless they've got people in the know who are sympathetic to their plight?
Oh, I agree. I have no idea. I could go find that out. That would definitely be worth the favor or 10 large. Yeah. What is that? All you need to know?
Anything else?
Yeah. Because the only expert anybody knows of that is close to Earth is that lunatic who locked himself into the space station a few months ago.
Is there any way that you can establish contact with that lunatic so we can talk to him?
He doesn't really take calls and stuff because when you
I'm
really
not
really
talking
want
about just giving him a phone call. I'm talking about like you making an established connection so we can talk to him.
not as far as I know. Plus, I don't think he'd be willing to talk to you and stuff. He is a hermit. I mean, if anybody lives on a space station, I don't know much about him or the space station or anything like that, but I'd heard about that. That is a place to really get away from it all. In fact, I'm thinking if I could live up there, then I wouldn't have to deal with that drunk lady that's with you now, ever, because she wouldn't be able to get to me. So maybe he moved there because of that. Has anybody thought of that? Maybe that's why he's up there, is he heard that she might come looking for him.
So the space station, it's not got lots of people on it. It's not one of these orbiting platforms with using as a waypoint, which has got lots of people on it. It's some small thing.
Like I said, I haven't done much research on Babylon. I think it's Babylon. It's either Babylon or Cyprus, one of those two.
Okay.
Do you want me to do you want to hire me to do that sort of research? I mean, that's kind of public record stuff there. It's up to you though. I mean, I'm happy to take your money, but if you don't need me, I'd rather not deal with the drunk chick who's just gonna fucking do horrible shit if she should ever find out where I am, even though she repeatedly asked me, "Where are you? What's your home address? What hours are you normally home?"
I didn't know such thing.
Even your friends do not believe you, he says.
They They're stupid, okay?
There's a
We
long
know.
pause.
We know how it is. We trust each other.
Was there anything else you needed to know, Doc?
No.
Did you ask this guy about gates and stuff?
No.
All right. So, Yogi, do you know anything about gates allowing
Okay.
traveling between worlds or dimensions?
Oh, yeah. I'd heard something about those. I would recommend Scientific American for that. That is all new cutting edge shit, wormholes and stuff like that. I have no idea, but yeah, they're working on finding something like that.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So, do we want him to look into the replicant underground?
Maybe, yeah. Or I can just ask my girlfriend.
Yes, you could do that if she's in touch with it.
I don't know.
Why would your girlfriend know about such things?
We gotta go.
Because she's a solo and does missions, so has her finger on the pulse.
Give me a fast talk, Pete. That's brilliant.
Because she certainly seems to know a lot more than this guy. 64.
Come on, fumble.
Oh, I'm going to blow up hero point on that. That's
Damn
like
it.
the third over 90 I've rolled in a row.
The dice do not love you today.
No, they do not.
Let's see if a hero point will clear
There
that.
we go. By lots and lots.
He completely seems to lose interest in this topic. So
Yes.
what do you want to hire me for? Anything at this time? Because I've got something that either I can hire you for or that could be worth this information if it comes up. You interested?
What is it?
Is it a murder?
Close. Close.
Torture?
Yes, it is torture.
Yay! We want it.
All right. There's a person who is an attorney, and
Oh, I love torturing attorneys. I'm starting to liking you again, Yogi.
good. He's in his 40s. Essentially, we would need this person's schedule studied and documented, and then we need you to figure out, without killing or directly hurting them, how to make their life as miserable as possible. We want this person's life turned to shit in a non-traceable, non-direct way. What do you think? Might that be of interest?
It sounds interesting.
For the schedule and some effort, the base pay starts at 10 grand, but the more miserable they are, if they're suffering so much they cannot even contemplate suicide because they're just too miserable, we will throw a substantial bonus behind it.
Sounds like fun. What do you think?
It's up to you. If you take the mission, then you're on the mission, but I will give you a few minutes to figure it out.
I mean, we don't need the money at the moment.
Well, you could do it as a favor. If you do it as a favor, I will owe you a favor. They have done this before, and I believe it has worked out well for them.
And what do you guys think?
It sounds like fun, but I can also just torture some random people on the way.
Dead silence from the weird contraption with the fucking satellite dish sitting in the middle of the table. Dead silence.
And what have you, Doc?
Well, that's pretty easy stuff so far that we could probably do that.
This is it focuses on your creativity.
I like creativity.
No, you like alcohol and shooting people in the head.
It goes together, hand in hand.
You hear?
All right.
And this attorney probably has a regular, like, do you know his basic information or no?
We know the where they work and maybe where they sleep, but we are not sure on this. As we said, the basic schedule is part of the basic packet of things needed to be done. Then after that, we will assess and figure out how miserable we think they are. If you come up with the schedule and give them flat tires, for example, you'll get paid the 10 grand and we won't ask you for anything creative in the future.
Mhm.
I got
All
some
right.
ideas, and I got some ideas already coming. So
right.
not this is easy.
It shows
So
you how
what-
to walk up and shoot the guy in the head. You're like, no.
What is this individual's name?
Does that mean you are taking the job?
Yes.
I'm not giving the name until you have committed.
Yes, we will take the job.
Since I don't know you, I will need the drunken woman to confirm.
Yes, please.
Very well. The attorney's name is Jan Wahlberg.
Jan?
Jan. Y-O-N. It's a futuristic name here.
My brother's name in real life is Jan.
You can make him miserable for free.
Yes, it's true.
Hooray! So,
And
wait a minute.
where-
Jan and Yana, your
Yes.
fucking parents were not trying very hard,
No.
were they?
Nope,
What would have happened if you had a brother or sister in addition to you two?
it's not possible to do. There
I
are just
see.
these two names.
Very well.
so John and Jane.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Okay,
So-
so where
It
Where
gives
does he
you
work?
the home address and work address. It's like an attorney office type thing. You've got both addresses.
Do we have a picture of him at all?
Yeah, what's he look like?
He says in about 2 hours he will have. Basically, he says, I need somebody's phone number. In 2 hours, you will get an address. The address will, when you go there, you'll have a park bench or something. Yeah, it'll be at a park. Well, might not. No, in somebody's mailbox. One of those. No, they don't have those anymore. Shit. He says,
You trying to arrange a dead drop?
yes,
Okay.
I will give you an address
Okay.
in 2 hours to a cell phone. There, you will look around until you find the dead drop. If you cannot find it, then we will do another one a couple hours after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You actually. Do I have my cell phone, Logan, or no?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Not yet. I think nobody has a cell phone on them, as far as I know. Yeah,
Nope.
you guys
Some
managed to
that's not a
lose or
big deal.
destroy your shit, as far as I know. Well, which reality were you in previously, Chris?
We had just gone from the place where you were at in a different life, and
Oh, right,
to the fantasy thing with.
right.
ships.
Yeah, you don't have shit, as far as I know. He says,
Okay.
okay, go out and buy somebody fucking buy a cell phone, then come back to the bar, call me on this thing, tell me your cell phone number, and then 2 hours after that.
Why don't you wait here for 5 minutes? I'll go to like a 7-Eleven next door, buy a burner, and then give you the number.
Yeah, we can
I know-
talk.
because I know what will happen. She will talk to me. This is totally unacceptable.
She'll
I
go
will
next door to get it, and then she can't talk to you for 5
She's not
minutes.
coming back if she goes next door. I remember
Yes, she
the
is
other
because because her whiskey
While
is
they're
staying
arguing, I
here.
get up and go.
guy. He continues arguing until he gets back with his cell phone.
Yeah.
He's like taking it out of the package and motherfucker. Yeah, you bought it in a vending machine down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You give him the cell phone number and he hangs up on the special gizmo.
All right.
Okay. Is there music playing at all?
Yeah.
I try to dance.
Yes.
Right. Everybody that plays, it's like people are just sitting around going, isn't this an edgy thing? And all of a sudden, dun, 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 dun. Chris is just fucking walking by and spinning. And people are like, what the fuck is going on? And normally he'd get thrown out for, bringing up the tone of the place, but it's such good dancing that everybody just sits there stunned until he dances out the door. And they just look at each other like, I don't know what happened there. Anybody else want to get up and dance with him?
Yes.
Go for it.
Yeah, why not?
If everybody rolled not one, then that would become the new fucking most famous thing to ever happen here.
Hey, I'll make my dance by half.
I don't.
Right. Yeah, you look like the uncoordinated salami and the piece of bread. It's not great. But anyway, yeah. So both the guys you're with dance around. You look like the drunk chick with the whiskey bottle who won't drop it for dancing, or possibly a death grip. Yeah. So you guys dance your way on to the next scene. Are you wanting to do anything for that 2 hours, or just hold yourself in a cat-like state of readiness?
I drink a lot.
No problem. Give me an
I want
alcohol tolerance roll. I'm curious to see how this goes, Yana.
You want me to go? Should we go rent a flying van so we can do surveillance on a guy?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We've currently been running around in taxis, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yep. So which of you two would like to carry the body?
What body?
The girl you were with, the woman with no name, appears to have drunk herself into a stupor again.
Fucking
And
Mildred.
she's not fucking letting go of the whiskey bottle either. It's like in that Four Rooms movie where they're dragging her around with the whiskey bottle still clutched in her hand.
Made my strength roll.
No problem. She's in a fireman's carry over your shoulder. Yeah, renting a van might be a good idea, although you might want to send in McKay by himself to the rental company as opposed to you showing up going, I need me a rape van. What have you got?
No, I have a level 1 connection with the rental
That's
company.
right. Yeah. Well, yeah, they still might question like the lady with the open alcohol container who won't let it go.
Well,
True.
he can leave her with me while he goes and organises the van.
I hadn't thought of that. So, right, you will go to organize the van and stuff. Yana seems really happy. Yana, give me a health roll. Endurance con.
Okay.
Con endurance.
As McKay's holding you up now. Oh. Right. She seems to be becoming conscious as opposed to throwing up down your back, which I was kind of looking forward to.
Wouldn't be throwing up down my back. She'd be throwing up in her gas mask.
Yes.
I was about to say I was going to keep an eye on her in case she does throw up because she's in it wearing a gas mask and I don't want her to choke.
Well, that's nice of you. She seems to be coming around, though. You're thinking if you take her to an oxygen bar for a while, then she might be ready to go after another bottle. So, yeah, at that point...
Help her to her feet.
All right, no problem. It's at that point that a van comes pulling up.
Shove her in the back of the van.
Hey.
No problem. It just shows some random guy. Thank you, Jesus. No, anyway, no, it's not. No problem. You get in the van and you guys go off Scooby-Doo style in order to solve mysteries in your new mystery machine. It's normal like 100 a day or 200 a day that you normally pay, Chris.
Okay.
No, it's 200 because it's a flying one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So give me your flying car roll there, Chris.
Got it.
Woo. Well done. McKay looks a bit nervous about you fucking flying the car. I don't know if he's gotten to see anybody fly a flying car.
No, but I got to see him driving the cars in the red carpet area.
True, but this is pretty much more piloting than fucking driving.
No, but what I mean is them crashing and burning in the red. Him driving and crashing and burning.
He appears to only be good at it when the car has left the ground for some reason. So maybe if you take him back to red carpet and do some Dukes of Hazzard type shit, a lot of jumps and stuff, maybe he'll get better. Where to? Oh, you cruise around till 2 hours. Are you burning the 2 hours until dead drop thing?
No, we've
Yes.
got
No?
well,
What are we doing?
we know we've got the addresses of where he works and his home, so
Hmm.
we can do some. We can scope those out at least while waiting for a photo of what he looks like, just get an idea of where they're located and the size of the buildings, etc.
No problem. Um, let's see. The law stuff is nearer the arcology, still in the downtown area, but it's a nicer area of downtown. It's not that the law office is not that far from the big courthouse type thing that they've got.
Hmm.
It appears that he lives in a high-rise apartment above the smog with the parking in the building type of deal. The cars have like automatic garage door opener thing. Although were, if somebody like from just kind of hanging out and watching a little bit, if somebody was sneaky and dressed up in like a suit that matched the exact color of the building type of deal, and then like when the car came and pushed the thing and then it opened, then they could possibly scurry in behind the car type of deal if they wanted.
Hmm.
You have no idea which fucking elevator or anything like that. But eventually you get the call and yeah. Oh, by the way, the law office, give me a research roll. Wait, you have no computer or anything. Anyway,
Not yet.
for that,
You can do
yeah.
that on a cell phone.
Yeah, that's right. You do have one cell phone now that you're waiting to destroy or throw out the window.
Got up at -30.
The law office is for corporate law as opposed to criminal law, which comes as a bit of a surprise to everybody. Yana seems
Size,
to what?
size, as in
It's
a large law firm, small corporate law firm.
it's a good sized law firm, plenty of lawyers and shit lurking about. So if you were to nuke the building from orbit, it would be a good start. Unfortunately, the woman with no name has woken up and is either singing or demanding alcohol or something of that nature.
Where are we? What is happening?
There's no response at all. They just ignore you and sit there and watch the fucking some guy's house in the most creepy fashion possible.
Oh, we are watching the person. Okay.
Yeah, we're scoping it out. He works for a big law firm.
Yeah.
Now we're outside the building of the law firm is located, right?
Sure, you can go over there. It's not that bad. Yeah, great. The home to work to home thing, roughly by flying car, roughly a half hour.
Also wanted to know, is it all flying where they're at, or like if I went from
to get into the home, yes.
the building
Or,
is
or
on the
less.
street, but it's above the shit, I assume.
Uh-huh.
And is it on one of those like platform type things or no?
Hmm?
I thought there was like up above the muck, there was still connected things.
Yeah, you could get up there without a flying car, but it's just more of a pain in the ass.
Okay.
It'd take longer, unless you want to try direct route, which would involve some mountain climbing gear, possibly, or freestyling the building, which is not recommended.
So the layout around the building, is there like other
There
What I'm
are
looking-
taller other apartments that if you can find out which apartment this guy is in, you could look down or straight across into their building. This is possible. If you can find out which apartment they're actually in.
Well, okay, so what I'm going for here is like if there weren't the like all the shit up in the air. When people get off of work, sometimes they like will walk to or like around the area. They'll walk to lunch in the area. Is there restaurants nearby? Are there bars
Oh, you mean
nearby?
from the job area?
Yes.
Yes, there are restaurants and stuff. Definitely, the Fortunately, you guys are dressed well enough to blend in until, well, once Yana goes through another drunken bender, then she'll have to have new clothes. But in the meantime, yeah, your clothes are good enough to blend with the yuppie crowd and stuff like that. There are plenty of places to walk to and stuff. The area that the law office and stuff in is kind of in the muck, but it's far enough away from the main downtown area that you don't quite need a gas mask, although some people have like the little stylish ones, like, oh, it's a little stinky here, oh, as opposed to the seal that you guys are used to.
On the website for the company he works for,
He's got the phone. Who's driving?
well, we were parked for a
Oh,
bit.
right. Thank God. Okay.
Yeah. So Doc, on the website for his company, for the company he works for, does it say what is he listed at all? Does it give an indication of his specialties, or
I'll
if
do
he's a
this
partner
research.
or a junior or whatever?
And I also want to know like how many people work at this company as well. I
Sure.
got about -30.
Okay, that's enough for pretty much. Here's the deal on his law office. The law office, the only day they're closed is Sundays. He is not quite on the door, but he is a senior partner. There are approximately 20 lawyers that work out of here, including a few senior partners and a bunch of not senior partners. The door people, as I'm calling them, which would normally be senior partners, but they've got more divided up. The top is the door people, and then senior partners who hope to get on door, and then junior partners, which hope to become senior partners. So there's about 20 of those lawyers, plus another triple in staff, including like the people who do the attorneys research and shit and find the right files and stuff for them, legal aides or whatever they're called, secretaries, janitors, etc. So call it like 80 people work here total. It's big enough that, give me spy lore rolls.
Crit.
Ding, 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 ding. It's big enough that with the Yana's like, I can go and fucking go in there now, and you guys are holding her back. No, don't do it. She's like, I'm going now. Tell him I'm an attorney. I'll throw up on him. She smells like fucking whiskey and shit. You know? So you guys are holding her back from her fumble, and she's ranting. Anyway, after you get her calmed down, actually, the only thing that may calm her down is another bottle.
Ooh.
You guys want to drive and get one, or hold her back?
Sorry, I had a mouthful of food.
I thought you were just staring at her like, why? Why is this happening? Why is this consistently happening?
Wait.
So you're gonna go with the hold her back option. Very
Yes.
well.
You
Right.
said there's
So
bars in the area. I'm gonna go to one of the bars, or is there a convenience store where I can buy a
there's
bottle?
there's a guns and drugs and alcohol store close by.
I'll go buy a bottle, come back, and give her a bottle.
Ah, thank you.
Right. So
So the building where their offices are they sharing? Is it like a large office building, skyscraper, whatever, which they're sharing with multiple other companies, or is
There's
it their
only-
own building?
there's only one other company, and they're only open. The other company is open Monday through Friday. It's some sort of like high-end wellness center type thing. It's like fancy doctors for rich people type of deal, as opposed to I have a spear through me. What do I do? You know, it's more of the I've just been feeling a little, you know, and shit like that. Fancy doctors for rich people.
Yeah, I like torturing fancy people.
Mm-hmm. And pretty much it's like if you imagine the building as a rectangle, half is fancy doctors for rich people, the other half is the lawyer firm, and then they probably have a connecting wall down the middle somewhere, is your guess. Either that or it gets really weird deep in the offices.
Hmm.
It's a nice building, though. Let's see, with his security and shit, or with his spy lawyer role, you're thinking that the lawyer firm is busy enough that if you were to go in there with the right uniforms and the right story and stuff, especially if you were to set up the story ahead of time to make it work, then you could probably get around there without too much difficulty. It doesn't look like extremely high security, although since they deal with people's personal records and shit, there is some. Same with the doctor place, although there's less there because it's more of the and plus for if you're rich enough to be using them, chances are they're not going to keep a record. They'll just subscribe Valium or whatever for you, and everything's fine. No records need to be kept on your Valium habit. So yeah.
So surely they'll be using some cleaning company or something which will be using low paid workers,
Quite possibly.
as in they wouldn't have their own staff. It'd be some company.
They do hire like one janitor at the law firm and a couple other ones at the other thing, but it seems that they're kind of just doing the making sure it looks clean now type of work rather than the hardcore let's go through, because one guy couldn't handle all of that, so they'd probably call in somebody else, but you'd have to observe for a while to see if that's right.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
nice.
And Yana's girlfriend's life gets shorter and shorter.
Oh, quickly.
I'm sure a couple days is going to be okay, because if it was that critical, it would have been a much more bigger emergency.
Every day is so important. You never
Then
been
why
in
did you
love.
want to take this
Here's
job?
another bottle. Shut up. So anyway,
Yana, give me a new alcohol tolerance roll. You will get checking this shit eventually. He just keeps handing you bottles and shit.
I didn't do my alcohol
He
tolerance.
is not good for you. He knows
But
your
I'm
weakness.
happy.
Oh yeah, you're very happy. She's like laying in the back seat. She's not really observing anything, but she's like just muttering and singing occasional song snatches, then trying to dance while she's laying on her side, and then going back to muttering darkly and threatening people. The usual things.
okay, so
Just imagine fucking doing a surveillance with somebody like that in the car for a moment. She always has to go pee somewhere. So one of you has to take her, because otherwise she'll fucking beeline to the people you're fucking surveilling. You all know that's going to happen. So somebody has to take her to the goddamn bathroom. And then you can't go in. You have to check, see if she's crawling through a fucking window drunkenly, or maybe she's met a new friend in there and they're doing coke off the toilet seat. You don't know. Sorry, go ahead. Shows Yana doing coke with her new friend.
is there any information we can find out about this guy specifically winning or losing any recent
Sure, give me a
cases?
research roll on your phone.
Got it by -30.
Yeah, you find out some fucking information on him. I mean, there's nothing spectacular or really that noteworthy he's been doing. He hasn't been dealing with extremely dangerous people. And even if he was, he'd be working for them. He hasn't won or lost anything that really stands out recently.
But anything, like, what's the most recent loss that, like, people thought he should have won, but they weren't sure? Like,
As of like 3 years ago type of deal.
Okay.
He's taking very conservative cases and stuff like that. This guy not really striking you as special professionally.
So either he's working on something at the moment that they don't want him to be at his top game on, and that's why they don't want him dead or injured or anything, because they don't want him taken off the case. They just want him to be in such a state that he's going to do a piss poor job of it.
I like Pete's theory. Take a card for good theory, if nothing else, Pete.
As opposed to revenge for something old. And it could be a jilted love, but then there's also the jilted lover type thing.
Take a card for thinking outside the bun, just like Taco Bell. It shows Yana having like weird Taco Bell fantasies going through her head, and she's like, where in the fuck is this all coming from? And then some pirate guy comes out and he goes, eat Taco Bell, now a subsidiary of Captain Morgan spiced rum.
Do you have any crap cards, Yana?
I think so, yes.
Would you like a crime scene cover up?
Yes.
A tinfoil hat might be a good thing, you're starting to think, Yana, to keep those fucking advertisements out of your goddamn brain.
I know.
Now you want Captain Morgan spiced rum and Taco Bell. And you thought you saw a fucking some sort of nightclub in the background. That may be coming up next. You don't know.
Fucking advertisers.
Did you ever find the note you were looking for, Chris?
I swear I wrote shit down about Felicia's family and what they had done and what they were into and who was the replicant, like the big replicant guy. I know I had some information, but it's gone. Like Cthulhu came, took that specific page and ate it.
Excellent. That makes it more exciting. Now we're going to fucking level up through knowing a lot of shit. Now, I like it better when every problem is brand new. Cool.
When Pete gets back, I have, and Shauna, I have some ideas on what we can do. How would we, and you said, so he seems like he's pretty vanilla, right? One of the things I was thinking about doing is waiting to see, because we have a list of, like, we see all the people, like, you said there's two companies that are in this building. So a lot of the people work for him, like not for him specifically, but might know of him. So I was thinking while we're doing surveillance, like I could go in and to like the bars in the area, because I'm assuming when they get off work or at lunch, they come to these places that are local. And I want to see if I can drop his name, try to get information that way, find out a little bit more about him, and in turn, once I get a little bit of information, start feeding information, like bad information, making him look bad that might affect his job in some way or his personal life and such.
Well, so far you have next to no information about the target, and you haven't established a timeline and stuff yet. But
right. Well, that's all first, and then that's what I want to do. I'm just letting you know. So